welcome back to a new episode of Titan Sports, where we bring you the best coverage of Cal State Fullerton athletics. I'm Brianna Collins.
And I'm Melissa Sanchez. The men's soccer team continues to have a season for the record books. They entered the weekend with an 8-0 record, their best start in program history. And goalkeeper Paul-Andre Guerin has tied the record for the most career shutouts at 19.
This past Sunday, they hosted 24th-ranked Loyola Marymount, the third-ranked opponent they faced at Titan Stadium this year. So let's get to Titan Stadium, where two ranked teams were going at it. In the 9th minute, Gaten Root gets a nice trap in the box and finishes far post. Loyola leads 1-0. Their fans loving the fact that they scored first. The Titans would have their opportunities but could not finish plays with a goal until the 83rd minute when Clayton Torr heads the ball in off corner, a kick from Christian Pizzone. Fullerton and Loyola Marymount would go on to finish with a 1-1 draw.
No, they showed a lot of character today. They showed a lot of resilience. There's only a few undefeated teams in the country. To be undefeated in the whole month of September is a pretty big statement.
So the Titans exit the weekend with the best overall record in the Big West Conference. Not far behind them are a couple of two-loss teams with UC Santa Barbara and UC Riverside. Fullerton will play CSUN in their conference opener next week.
As for the women, the Titans left San Francisco with a 3-3 tie. Fullerton led 3-0 in the first 18 minutes, thanks to one goal by Maddie Bennett and 2 goals by Atlanta Primus. But the Dons would storm back to score 3 straight. The Titans will try to bounce back when they play conference play this week. The Titans began conference play with a couple of home games against Central Coast schools. We go to Cal Fulbright for the coverage.
Coming off a loss the night before to Cal Poly, the Titans look to bounce back against the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos. We pick it up at the end of the first set with the Gauchos leading big 24-15. Lindsey Ruddens would get this kill to give the Gauchos the early 1-0 win. Now, in set 2, with the Titans trailing early on, Danielle Jeffries does her best to bring them back with this kill, but it wouldn't be enough as the Gauchos would go on to take set 2. Now in the third set, it would be Ruddens again for the Gauchos as she would get her 10th kill of the game and give the Gauchos the 3-0 match win. Now, hear what Coach Ashley Preston had to say about her team's performance.
She is a freshman with a mighty heart, and she was always been the go-to at Lakewood, at Golden West, her club team, and now here. She really impresses me each day that she comes out and fights so hard at her size, too, in the Big West. I think the positives are we know we can battle back. I think we are able to adjust even with injury and have different players playing different positions. And our service pressure is still good. We had 3 service aces and 1 service error on a very good team. So I think if we just continue to focus on those things, then we'll do well.
The Titans dropped their 3rd straight game and fall to 0-3 in conference play, with the loss tonight to UC Santa Barbara. Julia Crawford contributed 11 kills, and Mackenzie Abelman had 24 assists, but it wasn't enough for the Titans. They will look to get back on track as they travel to Hawaii to take on the Rainbow Warriors. From Titan Gym, I'm Kyle Fulbright, Titan Sports.
It's been a long time, but What the Tusk is finally back.
For the season debut, we go to Jacqueline Davis and Rita Laveau.
What the Tusk is up, Titans. I am your new host, Jacqueline Davis, with my new co-host,
Rita Laveau.
We are here to talk about the infamous Antonio Brown.
Jesus.
How do you feel about the whole situation?
That guy is literally the gift that keeps on giving. I kid you not. He's whoop, 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 whoop. It's like a transformer.
It just keeps adding on, and like no matter what he does, it just makes headlines, and it makes it just so much more interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess so let's start off. So he was released by the Raiders.
Yeah.
The Patriots picked him up.
And then he was there for a week.
Yeah, and then, but interestingly enough, Tom Brady was against it. He didn't want him to be cut.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like he's just still causing way more problems than he needs to be because what is he doing now?
Well, right now he filed a grievance against the NFL because he said that the money in the contracts, whether it was with the Raiders and the Patriots, the money that was guaranteed to him should be guaranteed. So he's demanding that they give him that money even though he hardly played.
So you're pretty much telling me that he's crying wolf just so he can get the money because he's not making any anymore.
Exactly. And then if that couldn't be worse is that he trashed his condo in Miami.
Oh my gosh.
He's literally throwing debris and like luggage.
He's just causing more problems than he needs to be causing.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what happened to the Antonio Brown we grew to love with the Steelers? Like,
exactly.
He was a really good wide receiver, and I'm just like, you're just making a clown of yourself, like literally.
And I think the best part about everything is like, even with everything that's going on, I was just watching Monday Night Football, and it literally tells you that, hey, he was still like one of the top players for being a wide receiver. And like, no matter what, no matter if he's not playing football or if he's still playing football, his face and his name will always be there.
And that's the thing, for me, as a fan of the game and analysis and everything, it really hurts me because this is somebody who has the talent. He had the dedication at one point. He had the dedication, and for him to just go 180 and just get into these antics, I'm just really disappointed.
I think everybody's just really starstruck with how the entire situation has unfolded.
It played really bad. Like, he started off good, he was getting better, and then it just went quickly downhill. I just feel as though, he needs to stop. I mean, he's going back to college. He announced he was going. He enrolled in college.
And to top that off, it's not even like he's going back to college and like, hey guys, like this is what I'm doing. He literally tweeted something, and it wasn't even the proper grammar. Yeah. And that's, I think, what makes me so mad is like, if you're going back to college, at least learn to tweet right. Because if you're gonna ask somebody for help, do it the right way. Like, you're not asking the right questions.
He needs to get hooked on phonics again, like we all did. When we were in grade school.
Now we're going to slide into the Cubs. Everybody knows that the manager, I can tell that you want to talk about him.
Yes. Oh my God, Joe Maddon. He's not with us anymore.
He's had 471 wins.
Yes.
18 consecutive playoff wins.
Exactly.
One pennant and a World Series. Yes. Now, that is a huge impact for only being there for 5 years?
5 years.
Like, I think that that's a huge impact. And who is considering taking his place?
David Ross.
Yes,
David Ross.
Cub. Yes. That is, I think, an awesome person that would be perfect to be manager.
I think so too, because he was, a big pivotal player when they won the playoffs and the World Series. So I think if anybody can step into the shoes of Joe Maddon, it would be David Ross.
Yeah, especially because he was with them when they won the World Series.
Exactly.
So it's like, it's easy for him to know the path that they took to get to that point. So it's like, I think that it would be a perfect fit for him.
Yes.
Like, you're retired as a baseball player, but yet you're still in the game.
Yeah, you're still in the game. And then, I mean, they have the talent. They have the talent. I just feel as though, I think, from what I was seeing on social media and then our fellow team in the newsroom, it was mutual. Like,
exactly,
it was mutual, so, no harm, no foul. And where he's going to go next, right?
Everybody's talking about he might go to the Angels.
Yeah.
It's
he was their coach, their bench coach for 30 years?
I don't know. Honestly, was it 30 years? I don't know the specific dates. But I mean, if for him to go back to the Angels, I think that could really help, because the Angels are in such a downfall right now that it could really impact them and maybe help them win another World Series.
And the good thing about that is I don't know if you remembered, but I remember when they won the World Series, he put on the hat for his dad.
Yes, I do remember that.
That was really awesome.
And it hit everybody close to home, because it's like you're still making a reference. So
it was an honor.
Really nice.
It was an honor for his dad, which I can relate. My dad's been gone for 7 years, so it touched me in that aspect. And then you're just giving a little shout out to your Angel friends, your ex-Angel friends. And now there's a potentially you're coming back. So I'm like, please, I don't want to fly to Chicago. I want to take a 45-minute drive to see you. So please,
exactly.
Come to the Angels.
That's all we have for you guys today with What the Test. I'm going to throw it to Titan Timeline with Kimberly Cruz.
Thanks, Jacqueline Rita. Welcome to this week's edition of Titan Timeline. The men's soccer team will take their 8-0-1 record on the road when they visit James Madison on Wednesday, October 2nd, followed by a stop at Maryland on Saturday, October 5th. Also on the road, we have the women's volleyball team, who plays Hawaii on Saturday, October 5th at 10 p.m. The women's soccer team will host only a game this week, taking on UC Davis in their conference opener on Thursday, October 3rd. Titan Golf will look to accomplish another victory as they continue in the Rose City Collegiate Tournament at Langdon Farms Golf Club in Aurora, Oregon until Tuesday, October 1st. Finishing things off, we have cross country at Joe Piana Invitational in Notre Dame all day Friday, October 4th. That's all for this week's Titan Timeline. I'm Kimberly Cruz. Brianna and Melissa, back to you.
Well, folks, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for tuning in for today's episode.
You can watch our past episodes and game highlight packages on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at CSUF Titan Sports and like us on Facebook to stay connected with us.
On behalf of all of us here at Titan Sports, I'm Brianna Collins.
And I'm Melissa Sanchez. Remember to keep those tusks up, Titans, and we'll see you next week.
Okay.